Hello everyone and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. In the last session we got through the final side dungeon of the Brylehaven area and we have 10 days to go now, so we need to start getting up to the point where we are actually infiltrating the Caradrius and getting all that done. However, before we do that, we have a little something over here called Strohl's Rank 7. And so, I can't exactly ignore Strohl's Rank 7. We got to do that. So we will be using up today at least. And then maybe tomorrow we go in. What are you selling today?
Greetings.
Rejuvenation Bell for how much money? 20 grand. I'm good. Alright, buddy.
Hey.
Ah, hello. What's your plan for today? I get restless too, but I suppose it's important to let off steam, Oh, right. Regarding the matter of my inheritance, it seems my father's merchant friend reached out to Lord Hydron. I'd like to go to the Grand Cathedral to negotiate. If you have time, would you accompany me, Will?
Let's do it.
Thank you. Then let's make for the royal capital. I hope this turns out for the best.
Surely everything will go fine. I've been informed about the land, and this conversation could have been far less roundabout if you'd only informed me of your assets.
What are these documents?
The contract, lad. You seem rather hurried, so I wasted no time preparing it. With but a signature, you become a landowner.
Worry not.
This is countryside land, yes, but the price is a rare bargain. The owner forfeited it after losing his fortunes on a gamble.
I see.
There was an owner? Then am I right to presume this land still has tenants?
Yes, quite a few. They're yours to command. Vacate them, employ them, the choice is yours. Your property, your people. A bargain, wouldn't you say?
The total acreage is a bit smaller than Halia.
Minor details. This land is readily available, and that alone makes it valuable. There's even an estate manor you can claim at your convenience.
No.
It matters, actually.
Something's off.
Yeah.
Right. If there were already residents there, I'd be introducing conflict by moving the Halians on top of them. Needless to say, this land won't let me realize my vision.
Why do you concern yourself with the squatters? If they're of no use to you, push them out of sight and out of mind. A lord hardly deserves the title without land to govern. You would reject this contract knowing that? Stick to your ideals.
Strohl.
Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
You.
Will, you remembered my parents' saying.
Apologies.
I do apologize, Lord Hydron, but I can't in good conscience sign this contract.
Do you know what a refusal would do to my reputation? As a noble, you must know that this will have ramifications.
Yeah.
All the land in the world does not make a lord until he shoulders the responsibility of protecting its people. To hell with nobles who can't recognize that. In fact, I would like to make a counter-offer. I will buy 100 of your vacant houses here in the capital.
100? Vacant or not, residence does not come cheap in the capital. Your ilk could never afford them.
I've already verified the going market rate. My ilk has more than enough to cover the costs. You're surprised? I looked into it while you were helping me make inquiries.
Sounds like a good idea.
Right. No, then.
I know I'm just a countryside noble, but you wouldn't dream of overcharging me, would you? It would certainly have ramifications. You must be familiar with my compatriot by now, yes? Indeed, your reputation would certainly suffer were it to come to light you were trying to scam us.
Surely you aren't threatening me, are you, boy?
No.
Of course not. I have simply made a competitive offer for vacant houses you could not seem to find a buyer for. You stand to profit, really.
Just the idiocy I'd expect from the son of a backwater lord who could not even flee correctly. You'd sacrifice your house in the name of sheltering peasants. You may as well toss the money down the latrine. It insults the entire aristocracy, and you'll live to regret it.
Fine.
You're the one who will live to be sorry. This country will change, and corrupt nobles like you are on the cusp of extinction. My parents, who risked their lives to protect their people, are the real nobles, and my heroes.
Now then.
Now, Lord Hydron, shall we put ink to parchment?
Bitch boy! You will fucking sell me them, and you'll sell me them for a good price.
What the?
Young master, you used your inheritance to purchase houses for us in the capital. Your generosity for us goes too far. Be at ease, old friend. I'm just being stubborn, perhaps even selfish. The more I pondered what I should do, the less clear the answer became. But when I asked myself what I truly wanted, I knew without a doubt. I wanted to see your smiles again, the ones I remember from a simpler time. I wanted those smiles to come naturally. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands, durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry, else what value does he have? Another gem of my parents' wisdom. I am sorry, though. I know you wanted House Alietus to rise again.
But that's...
No! You have shown us a way to live with more pride than any fortune or glory could impart. It has been my life's greatest honor, greater than any words could express, to have served such a dignified family.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry to have left you to languish for so long. From here on, I hope happier times win the day.
Wow.
Oh, young Master Leo. Pardon, Lord Strohl.
Thank you.
It is with our utmost gratitude that we accept these accommodations in the royal capital. Allow me the honor of gathering Halia's other refugees. Let us begin our lives anew, dreaming that one day we will unfurl the banner of House Alietus and serve its new lord proudly.
Yeah.
Rangif, everyone, I thank you. Once my journey is over, I'll be back.
Thank you.
And thanks to you as well, Will. I couldn't have made it through without you.
It was all you, buddy. It was your determination that saw us through.
You were a genuine friend, you know that?
You know?
I didn't choose to help these people out of some sense of noble obligation. It was far more simple than that. If I have the power to save someone, then I will. As straightforward as it can be. When someone needs a helping hand, I'll be there to extend it. Your sincerity made me realize that about myself.
Yeah.
I would wager my parents were much the same. I think living my life with that in mind is what they'd expect of me.
I sense Strohl's intense determination. It's like nothing I've felt before. Shing! Ooh, the level 3 warrior unlock after Swordmaster. Okay.
The proud noble Strohl, keeper and heriter of the warrior's virtues.
No.
Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
Shing!
I've got it.
The
Father.
party can now study the samurai. Our first tier 3 available unlock. Nice.
Well,
I should visit my parents' grave. I think I owe them an apology for failing to rebuild our house with their inheritance. I'm so glad you found refuge here in the capital, Rangif. I even found a merchant my father knew as well.
That's...
Your father would tell us all the time if there was ever an emergency, we should gather at the capital.
huh?
In Grand Trad. But that's... Pay me no mind. Before we return, shall we tour your new accommodations?
What was he going to say there? But that's ... What was he thinking? Stroll's success has earned me more support from the people of Halia. 32 up to 29! Insane. We are almost in the top 20. We are 9 away. Top 20 is the one that gets the magic protection, right? Bum, 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 bum. I hear a voice. Alonzo. Right, yes. I hope we meet again soon. Okie dokie. Right, that's the general one. Yeah. That's the newest one. That's the one that just fucking I don't know what we need. Yeah, okay. Anyone else available? No, just Alonzo. Alrighty, let's go do him. Howdy ho, Alonzo.
Greetings.
Ah, well met. What are you up to?
And then?
So, about checking on my home village. I was wondering if now would be a good time for you to join me. No problem.
Thank goodness.
You will. Thank you. In full disclosure, I've also invited my collaborator. You met him before. Having grown up in the same village, we're as inseparable as brothers. He's totally betraying you. He's totally betraying you, I'm sorry to say. I'd like to firm up our next steps and then head over. We're as close as brothers. Yep, man, you're getting betrayed.
Ridiculous.
This should do. The owner was kind enough to give us some space. My collaborator, that is, my good friend from back home, should arrive any minute now. He's late, and you've come all this way too. Come to think of it, I haven't really told you about where I grew up. It was a beautiful village full of flowers, not wealthy, but not destitute. There was a cheerful tranquility to it. Apparently, I'd been abandoned on the nearby road as a baby. The woman who took me in is my mother in all but blood. She's Parapus, I'm Nydia. We couldn't look more different, but she raised me like I was her own. She never stopped smiling at me, and she was always so proud to call me her son. What touching memories?
Well,
I suppose they are. Mother's a good person. She trusts far too readily, though she has this uncanny ability to know when I'm the one lying. Anyway, she was an easy mark for fraudsters. I can't tell you how many times an expertly told sob story was all it took to rob her of everything she had. In fact, my only memories of her without a smile are the times she would apologize to me for having nothing to eat again, tears welling in her eyes. That's why I started conning, you know. I decided I'd give any miscreant scum who take advantage of such kindness a taste of their own hell, each and every one of them. My latest mark is the worst villain of all, the landowner of my hometown. He changed my idyllic village into what it is today.
sorry.
Sorry. That was more than I meant to say. We'll save your village.
It'll be fine.
Thank you.
I've been blessed with a silver tongue since I was born. I can fool anybody except my mother. You know, you're a bit like her too, strangely enough. I'd forgotten what a nice feeling this is, being able to have a genuine conversation with someone, so thank you for listening. I can sense Alonzo's deep-seated gratitude.
Shing! I find myself
Fake a
wanting
lineage
to
up to
leave.
2. Lovely. So his friend just never turned up? Uh-oh. Yeah, this is totally him getting betrayed by his friend, right? Is Cuculus here?
Well, well, well.
Why, welcome, good sir. Have you come to check on the clients? You can drop the act, Cuculus. Or beg your pardon, should I say Alonzo?
Good grief.
You're from that village of paupers, aren't you? Did you fancy yourself some sort of hero with your little tricks? A cheat is still a cheat. We're the same, you and I. Except you're more the fool if you think you'll ever get justice. You have money that belongs to the village, and I would see it all returned to its rightful place. Is that not justice? Perhaps you'll change your tune after seeing the sorry state your village is in now. Your associate, the one you meant to meet here, it took some doing, but we managed to squeeze a few details out of him about your family.
Do what?
What have you done to my mother? Well, simply killing her wouldn't teach you any lessons, nor would it be any fun.
What did you do?
You can't change things, you can't save anyone. This one's on the house, boy. Will. The distraught Alonzo and I rushed by carriage to his hometown. We arrived at a village near Brylehaven. It's been set ablaze.
Mother!
A man, he asked if Alonzo's mother was here. Don't speak, Mother. I'll save you.
I'm sorry.
I told him, that's me. You're my one and only son. And I love.
Please.
Mother, I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
My.
You always were so sensitive.
Live on.
Can you hear me? Please, say something.
Hey!
The landowner's servant told us it was you, that you were chumming up to the landowner to suck this village dry. And now you've put us to the torch. What the hell did we ever do to you?
It's my fault. I can pay for the reconstruction. I have the money, so I'll give.
How dreadful.
You traded your mother's life for that money. I didn't.
This damned!
Keep your blood money, you filthy murderer.
Wait, please take the money. Use it for the village and to bury her.
You devil!
The only one who belongs in a grave is you. Yeah, you should have died instead.
Yeah.
Burn in hell, you damn parasite. Jesus Christ.
A villain always strikes where it hurts most. At the family and home. I should have known. I said the damn words myself. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. I should have known. Was I blinded by revenge? No. I was simply, unequivocally, a fool.
She told you to live. You have to be strong for her.
Why? Don't wish that upon me. I've been feeding on my mother's life this whole time. Just like the parasite I am.
I'm sorry.
I never had the power to change a single thing.
Alonzo refused to move or even to stand. After ensuring his safety, I had no choice but to leave his side.
Time marches on.
Jesus,
and
we didn't
the
even
age
get a
of
rank
new
up.
King draws nearer.
That is very sad.
What should we do?
That is so sad.
I grow tired of the cries of support for Luis and Forden, and I cannot wait to put forward the prince's return. We'll do what we must before the soiree. Do you want to infiltrate? Hang on.
Oh, right.
Man, that is crazy.
Well met, eh?
Bardon is available. Should we get... Oh, man. How many days left? 9. 8 is the absolute minimum because we've got 4 things to do, and I want to make sure we have 2 days for each in case that's necessary. So do we do one more thing with Bardon and then go in? I guess so. Because we are using the commander at the moment, so... I assume rank 3 will get him some commander boost or something. They usually get something at rank 3, don't they? Or it might just be that the one after... No, it will just be the one after commander unlocks, won't it? But... There's something I wish to speak with him about. Bardon comes to mind. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Bum, bum.
Many thanks.
Ah, Will. I see you've come back to check on our town. Thank you kindly. You've inspired us to work hard day and night. Why, just now, I was going over a proposal that Bardon spent until the wee hours on. Though I wish the man would try sleeping. He's got a real talent for going overboard, you see. Keeps me on my toes, that one.
You've come.
Ah, you're here. Glad you're well. Ah, this man here is my aide of sorts. He's accompanying me, see? I've been enlisting all the help I can get. I just finished my rounds of the town, actually. If you've time to spare, could we talk?
Thank you.
Oh, right, Scottish. Yeah. I've got so much to tell ye. Which is only natural when there are so many bothers about the place. I always forget.
My apologies.
Make yourself comfortable. Let's see. I've asked for some refreshments, but that'll take some time. It's a bit heaving at the moment. This place is the city government's administrator's office, but it's a bit too luxurious for the likes of me, isn't it? I'm not used to that. Ah, right. Sorry for all the noise outside. We're trying out some things to build and strengthen town security, you see.
Don't you worry.
That old mess with Lady Joanna was a right nightmare. I won't chance the faintest whiff of that kind of thing happening again. I support you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't aim on letting tragedy repeat itself.
And then?
Too many good folk here have lost loved ones. We gotta straighten this place out, make it peaceful so people can smile and laugh easy again.
Got to say,
Now that I'm governor, it falls to me to take care of anyone who's disturbing that peace. But I'm sorry now. Didn't mean to start rambling about all these serious matters. What kind of host lays his burdens on his guest? I'll have some real eats whipped up for you. We must fill your belly and celebrate the newly secure town.
Don't worry your head.
Thanks to you, all the wee uns are playing outside again, blessing us all with those bunny voices of theirs.
That's right.
I never took a liking to being called governor. I still don't. Only thing I care about is protecting those wee uns and all this town's people. You really care about the kids, huh? Sure, I suppose. They're cute little things, after all.
It was so long
And you
ago.
know something? Oh no. I once had a wife and child myself. It was back when monsters were tearing up Martira from top to bottom. Town was in shambles. A hunting team was formed to destroy the monster nests. The mission was a long one, and what was I supposed to do? Just go home. I was captain, for goodness sake. So I stayed, and when I finally came home, no one was there. My family, I guess they got sick of waiting for me. They just left. I never knew just how cold that house could be until they were gone. Then came the incident with Lady Joanna, and so many wee uns started going missing. I didn't know what to do. I was useless. First I'd lost my own child, then I couldn't protect any of the others. Wished I could be the one to disappear instead of them. You can protect them now.
No. Aye.
Aye, you're right. Moping about won't change the past. I can do much more now than I could back then.
Leave it in my hands.
I won't let the wee uns ever live in fear again. That's my oath as governor. I consider us comrades, you know, seeing as you're aiming for the throne. We both strive for a better world. I can't keep the truth from Bardon when he shows such sincere trust in me. I explained to him that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country.
What?
What? First the scheme with Heismay, now this? You play a long game, the lot of you. But thank you. You could have easily stayed silent about it, yet you've confided in me because you trust me, yes?
So that's how it is.
Then I shall do the same. I'll support you and any who envisions the same future as you do. I can feel Bardon's resolve as a governor and his deep faith in me. The Honourable Guardsman Bardon, keeper and heriter of the Commander's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Shing!
I shall lay down my
The
very
party can
life
now
for
study the general, and commander lineage slots to 2. Nice. Lovely jubbly. But I'll tell you, the children find me right frightening. They get scared if I say hello. Just the other day, I smiled at a proper newborn who started crying like he was on fire. And I think one of my governor duties is to be well friendly with the townsfolk. But you needn't worry. I'll protect the town you worked so hard to save.
That's that.
It was a nice thing to talk about the town with you today. I hope we can do it again, and I pray for your safety. Nice. Oh. Damn that Bardon. It's disgusting watching him play hero. What? He's a bloody Rousant, fit for guarding the town and naught else. Someone like him governing is beyond the pale. It should have been me continuing to guide us as the rightful leader, yet somehow the masses are cheering for Bardon.
Aye.
But I've a plan to deal with it. Let's discuss the details inside. Okay. I decided to not go and listen in on the details so that I could warn Bardon and instead return to the group. Makes sense. Bum 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 bum. No one available tonight, huh? Oh, Heismay is. Never mind. It just didn't tell me. No Alonzo. Brigitte is as well. We could get Brigitte to 6. But I'd kind of rather do Heismay. Yeah.
Apologies.
I have no one else to rely on. What?
Ah, it's you.
Why, hello there. For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? I've been thinking of the Yuji village. In some ways, there may be no better place for my son to finally rest. But I've been away for so long. Can't say if they'll still accept me. I'm practically a stranger now. Let's go and see. Right then. I suppose I'll stop wasting time dithering and get myself ready. The place is just to the east of Martira. The village is hidden, so I'd prefer a quiet and careful approach by carriage. I'll guide us.
In days gone by,
Hasn't changed a bit. Yes, this is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way.
Tadari.
It's me, Heismay. I've returned, and I've something to discuss. I've known Tadari for a long time, you see. He's the leader of the village.
Just
Although I should warn you now that you'll not be welcomed here. You might feel some hostility in the air. I'm used to that.
Hey.
I apologize.
Ah, yes. The Elden experience, I suppose. Nonetheless, I do apologize. Heismay, is that you? You're looking grey in the ears, my old friend. As if the years were any kinder to you, Tadari. I heard you left the Royal Knights, but it's good to see you again. Who's this?
He is...
This is Will, a traveling companion of mine. He's standing in the tournament for the throne. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, is that why you've come back to the village?
No.
No, I came to see the cemetery. I'm trying to find a place where my son can rest. Oh, your boy's got on ahead then. He passed away before I could bring him here. At the very least, I thought I might let him rest somewhere with a view of the village. He loved running with the wind in his face. Surely I thought he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers would easily accept, but...
Yes.
I see. Well, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me. But you know the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. I'm not certain how they'll respond. Would you allow me to take the urn? I imagine that seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
All right. Thank you.
Here.
I always used to train here when I was young. Look closely, and you'll see this tree is riddled with claw marks. I know, because it was my claws that left them. Brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the trees, I'd get a swarm of bugs coming down on my head. And of course, I'd go whinging to Tadari about it. A crybaby, eh? Little crybaby Heismay. Having trouble imagining it. The villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. If you focus and listen, you'll hear them too. He didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? And now he wants his child buried here. The boy wasn't even born in the village.
Oh,
Do you hear? That's horrible. Can't believe what they're saying.
well,
Exactly within my expectations then. If they decline, let's withdraw without a fuss.
Heismay.
I've explained the situation to the younger villagers. Seemed like nobody had any problems with giving your son a place here. Indeed. Thank you. Master Tadari? The urn of bones, it's gone. Oh my god, are you serious? What? What is the meaning of this? A fallen knight brings shame to the village. I hear a voice from somewhere. Tadari was just too afraid to refuse him, that's all. Show yourself, you coward.
Hey.
I'm sorry, Heismay. I cannot excuse the villagers' behavior. The village hasn't changed a bit. Still rejecting outsiders, still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place behind. I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. Still, you stood for me. You spoke in anger on my behalf, and in that is my soul's salvation. I can feel Heismay's profound sorrow and strong trust. Shing, I guess. Doesn't feel like a shing moment, but yeah, shing.
my thanks.
Shall I search the entire village? No stone unturned? Doubtless that intrusion would only provoke further offense. But I haven't time to waste.
I apologize.
You have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It is my duty as chief. No, as one who would see justice done. There is an unease in the village. For today, I think it best you leave. Why did the fucking chief put it down? You're carrying someone's fucking son's ashes. Like, are you insane? If you've been given that fucking, like, something that important to someone else to carry around, that you asked for. It's not that he asked you to carry it for him or something. You specifically said, can you give it to me? And he agreed. You don't put it down and walk off. You make sure you have that shit on you, safe, at all times. It is absolutely insane that you would put that down and just leave it. What are you doing? Heismay and I return to the city in silence.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That is fucking wild, dude. Insane. In the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Yeah. Oh my god, wait, Strohl's final tier is available? I mean, I want to do that, but there's so few days left.
No more putting this off. I must steel myself.
Strohl comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. Strohl final tier, my dude? Oh my god, the temptation is there.
All right.
Fuck it, I won't need 2 days for them all. It's fine.
Go.
It's fine. Let's max this bad boy out. I can't believe we can max him out already. That's crazy.
Young man.
Hey,
Ah, hello. What's your plan for today? I get restless too, but I suppose it's important to let off steam, After all that's happened, I find myself thinking of my parents. I wonder what they would say if they could see me now. I only wish I could tell them of all that's transpired.
Thanks a bunch.
Truly, thank you. You've been such a great help. Can you point the gauntlet runner toward my village again?
You know, I'm truly blessed with good fortune.
Nice. Voiced.
I
Final
was
rank
born
is
into
voiced.
nobility, lived a carefree childhood, and I even survived a human attack. But more than all of that, I've met people I can trust. I'm further blessed in friendship. Sometimes it frightens me. I question whether or not I deserve to have all this.
Just prove it to yourself.
If you have doubts, just prove to yourself that you do.
You're right. I'm the only one who can do that, after all. After all, I was only able to help the people here because of my parents' wealth. The inheritance just happened to be in the royal capital, and the people of Harlia were coincidentally in the same place.
All's well that ends well.
Maybe you should be glad things turned out so well.
I suppose you're right. I don't regret using the full inheritance as I did for a moment. Given a second chance, I would do the exact same thing. But I think I defied my parents in some way.
I don't think so.
That's my only regret in all this.
I think that's what they'd have wanted. They'd have done the same.
I'm sure they'd have done the same.
I just don't know. Even during the attack, my parents shielded me from the fighting. They told me to get to Grand Trad with all haste. Grand Trad. Rangif said my parents told him the same. They wanted everyone to flee to the capital. And then the merchant in the capital was the one keeping the inheritance. Is this all really coincidence?
Your parents orchestrated this.
No, your parents orchestrated it this way.
If that's true, though, do you think my parents might have intended the inheritance to be... Oh, the family treasure my father mentioned in the letter. He wasn't talking about the inheritance. He meant the people. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands, durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? I continue to find ways I never understood my parents.
To be fair, he didn't have to say it so fucking cryptically. They believed in you.
They put their faith in you.
In me. They had faith. In me. I'd always thought I'd been a worthless son to them.
You've honored them.
You've done your parents the greatest of honors.
Have I? Father. Mother. Leave the people of Harlia in my hands. No. Leave the fate of this country to me. Someday, I will restore our home. Everyone will come back to live in peace. And I won't let anyone take it from us, ever again. But this isn't about my family. This tragedy must never be allowed to be repeated anywhere. On my pride as a noble, I swear it.
I can sense Strohl's unrivaled trust and his determination to change the future.
The proud noble Strohl, keeper and heritor of the warrior's virtues, by the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Maxed out! Our first
I'm
max
going to change
person.
the future with you.
Scion's Essence increases skill inheritance slots to the warrior to 4. Slayer of Humans. When Strohl attacks a human-type monster, crit rate greatly increases. That's cool. And Grand Fantasy. Strohl is ready to acquire a new heroic embodiment. What does that mean? What does a new heroic embodiment mean?
My friend, hope is only a step behind a clear conscience. My parents' mantra has never been more clear to me. You keep moving forward. Do what you know to be just. and I will be just a step behind, no matter what. Look back, and you will find hope. Don't forget that.
With a vision of Halia restored clear in my mind, I spent a moment enjoying the wind on my face, then returned to the others. Thanks to Strohl's strong faith in me, I now have the full support of the people of Halia. 26. Nice. Alonzo's ready to talk now. Maybe I should go talk with him. Yeah, maybe. Bonds unfettered, Strohl. Along their journey, Strohl discovers the inheritance of House Haliatus left to him by his parents. The fortune was, in reality, the residents of Halia who survived the tragedy, people who the late Lord Haliatus had always considered his true treasures. Strohl uses what is left of his house's fortune to help the former Halians, and the ideology his parents lived by clicks into place for him. As their beloved son, Strohl vows to put his life on the line to fight for the restoration of peace. Nice. What the fuck was it talking about with his fucking this? Strohl is ready to acquire a new heroic embodiment. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Bomb, 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 bomb.
We have to.
Wonderful.
For pissing it down. Is that something that you would be able to tell me more about?
Now, where was I?
If I go in there, is he going to have something to chat about?
Oh?
Why, there's a new archetype. Might I ask you for a demonstration?
Hello.
Does bro have any new lectures? What was Seeker's research again? Oh no, that's just
Looking
his
forward to
quest. Yeah.
What would you care to know?
Nope, nothing new here. Oh god, he needs to get General to 10? To get to Samurai? What was Samurai again? Samurai was... stuff like that. Tons of passives. Fuck, so he needs to get Swordmaster 20, obviously, but then he needs to go swap over to General, which he's done nothing of. He needs to do all of Commander and then half of General. That is a rough one. That is a rough one. But I guess we just keep going with Swordmaster for now then. And it'll take as long as it takes. But what was... Did it just mean like the final tier of this is unlocked? Is that all it meant? Not sure. I don't know. Ready to acquire a new heroic embodiment. I don't know.
What's this?
That...
I'm kind of... like, I'm thinking about Googling it, but at the same time, I'm like, what if it's related to a main story thing later on or something? And you have to get all of your party members to be into the ready state by a certain date, and then something will happen or something, I don't know. So I'm hesitant to Google it. I don't think I will Google it just in case, but... was there any other follow available aside from Broski? Brigitte is, but I think we should probably sort out Alonzo's thing, at least the immediate aftermath of his mum dying, because fucking either your parents die or your kids die in this game. That's every follower. Or your dog dies. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry.
Just leave me alone. I can't do that. With overflowing tolerance, I conveyed my willingness to take on the sorrows and regrets anguishing Alonzo. Well, if anyone was going to pester me, I'm glad it's you.
Sorry.
Could you spare me a bit of time? No problem.
Thank you, truly.
I did some more digging on the landowner who burned down my village. And when I thought I'd hit the bottom, I found more behind him that I hadn't unearthed before. In the end, he's nothing more than a pawn for someone else. I thought I had the upper hand, shadowing him and those he associates with, but they'd been looking into me as well. They untangled the web of lies that is Cuculus and struck first. What a fool I've been! My village, my mother, they're all gone. I've lost everything. You have to be strong. I just wanted to save my hometown. His taxes were extortion, and he siphoned the village's trade profits away for himself. My once peaceful village was trampled by poverty and the ills that accompany it. He caused only torment for them, so I struck back. I thought I could fix things for them, that my mother would be happy. But I got too caught up with my heroics and underestimated him. He couldn't have burned down the village on his own. Damn it all. Even if the village was rid of the landowner, someone else is backing him. An even more powerful enemy who'd be left unscathed. I endangered everyone's lives because I didn't realize that. And it was my mother. Whoa, bro. My own mother who paid the price. Die, they said. In all my waking hours, in all my dreams, I hear the villagers demanding my death. I only began this endeavor to free them, to give them their joy back. So if my death is what will give them that now, I have to. Your mother wouldn't want this.
No!
My mother's? Mother wanted me to live? But what's the point in living when all I have are my sins?
Please.
Why? Why do you not blame me? Make amends by living.
That's...
Live to atone? Not by dying? I wonder if there's anything I can still do. I don't think there is, but just because you believe in me, I think I can go on living, just a little longer. I can sense the tremendous trust Alonzo has placed in me by sharing his darkest thoughts. Shing!
This is what you and Mother wanted, right?
Discounts the prices at magic shops in all cities. Increases the monetary reward for completing quests. Motherfucker. If only I'd have got this one before we just completed like 10 fucking side quests. That would have been nice. God damn it. I've not the slightest clue what to do next. I'm not a good person. Not like how my mother was. And I don't have some special power like you do. Like you do. You were right. It would have been rather hasty of me to end my life here and now. Thank you, Will. I finally realized that as long as I have you, the world is mine to fool. Do visit again. I'll set the stage. I have some fun tricks in store for you. I don't know what Alonzo is scheming this time, but at least it seems he's regained the will to live.
Good night.
Alonzo waved nonchalantly as we parted, and I returned to the inn.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Time marches on. Right, so now 7 days to go, right? I can't. Whoever this is, Bardon, I'm sorry, I can't. I'd love to, but I can't. 7 days to go.
Well met.
We've got to start doing this infiltration.
So, first things first, it is time to buy up the hints and tips for the infiltration stuff.
Ah, tis you.
Have you not decided our plans for the day? Even knowing we mustn't let our guard down, a breather might do us some good. Wait, have we heard this before? We've heard this before. Oh, but we don't have... Right. Yeah, we don't have level 4 wisdom yet, so we can't do that. It's interesting how Strohl didn't require level 4 or anything. Strohl, I think he had one that was level 3, and we did that, and that was fine. So it's like pretty much guaranteed that you'll finish Strohl before Hulkenberg. Which I guess does make sense because we had him since like basically the very beginning, and Hulkenberg joined a bit later, but yeah. I'll try clicking something else just to see if anything else happens, but I think you have to. It's just a wisdom check, right? You'd risk your life? Ha! Are you so concerned? You needn't worry. I too have grown stronger on this journey, have I not? You are uneasy, though. Let us speak of this no more, then. I had not meant to alarm you. Yeah, okay. It's locked behind a wisdom check.
Fancy a bit of info?
Alrighty, so we have a bunch of things to do here. Crew quarters, Xanth. The big dickhead that we spoke to. There's a man named Sergeant Xanth among Luis's subordinates. He's the officer in charge of the Caradrius' crew quarters. Naturally, he's a tough customer.
Xanth? Oh, that important-looking guy we saw at the Caradrius the other day.
What, an acquaintance of yours? Then you might know this already, but he's a large man wearing armour who holds strength is justice as his creed. I hear he was once a competitor at the Colosseum too.
Just between us.
He's strong, of course, but not invulnerable. Rumour is he's weak against burn and poison. Since he's wearing all that armour, it's hard for him to just take it off and deal with those. I'm sure paralysis and stun will work well too. But Luis values power, so while the old battle axe might have some weaknesses, if Luis trusts him, you can bet he's strong as blazes.
Gotcha.
I see. We'll have to find ways to inflict status ailments, of course, and it'll certainly be a dangerous fight if we don't do a bit of training first. No such thing as being too prepared, so let's head there when we're sure we're ready.
Cool, okay. Status elements for Xanth. Chief Sieber.
Fancy a bit of info?
That old fart, Maintenance Chief Sieber, eh? He's in charge of the starboard corridor. Can't take a joke, so I've never gotten along with him. He's as strong as you'd expect, considering the authority he's been given. His magic that repels attacks is especially impressive. As you can guess, if you try to physically attack him, it'll bounce right back at you. The more you put into it, the more you'll end up hurting.
Just between us.
That said, his barrier doesn't repel magic, but magic isn't especially effective either from what I hear. To win, you'll need to find a way to perform physical attacks without having them bounce back at you. Fair, not that I'd expect you to end up fighting him.
Let's see.
That guy sounds like a massive pain in the... If we don't improve our skills, we're done for. And since he uses magic that repels physical attacks, we'll want to find some way to dispel that too.
Okay, I think I do remember seeing something that was like that, right? I can't remember what it was. Was it It must have been someone's skill had something that stopped that from happening. Master Sergeant Gletcham.
Fancy a bit of info?
Master Sergeant Gletcham is in the charge of the port corridor. Quite frankly, he's an absolute loon. Don't tell him I said that, though. I value my life. He's an intense person in a lot of ways, but the way he fights in particular is, as I said, quite mad. He starts yelling like a madman and swings his axe all around him. You'll want to watch out for it or he'll daze you. If I recall correctly, the magic shop sells equipment that protects against that. Might be worth checking out.
Just between us.
All the blood rushes to his head, so he falls for being provoked really easily, though. If you bring someone to act as a decoy along, I think you could beat him without much hassle. So you just have Hulkenberg use her night thing every time? Ideally you won't have to fight him, but if you do, keep that in mind.
I guess so.
We'll need a decoy then. You know, I think there's a skill that would be useful. Wait, is there an actual skill called decoy, or are they literally just talking about Hulkenberg's night thing?
But if we aren't strong enough, our decoy could fall and our strategy would be ruined.
Okay, no, it's Hulkenberg. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Let's ensure we improve our combat skills before fighting him.
Combat skills are literally as improved as they can be. We've done every side dungeon. Like, we can't be any more leveled at this point. Cabio.
Fancy a bit of info?
The Caradrius' helmsman Cabio is stationed on the bridge. He's a fervent supporter of Lady Juna. I have to say, I know how he feels. She acts so sweet and has such a lovely voice. Oh, I'm swooning here. I almost think she was a goddess.
Come on.
We're not paying for that. What's his fighting style?
You planning to spar with him? Well, he's the only one Luis granted the privilege of being the helmsman amongst all his minions, so you can bet he's a strong
Just
one.
between us.
Having said that, he's weak to electric. Okay, well, happy days, we have mages galore. I hear he had a traumatic experience in a storm once. And rumour has it, when the weather gets rough, he even turns the steering over to his second in command. Pretty solid evidence, isn't it?
Thanks.
Wait, so does that mean we should do that when it's a stormy day?
Guess we'd better prepare some electric magic then. But he's one of Luis's hand-picked officers, so it might be a tough fight no matter what. If time permits, we should train a bit before fighting him. Slow and steady wins the race, after all. No point in hurrying.
It sounds like we should do that one on a stormy day. And lastly, security guard Salva.
Fancy a bit of info?
Salva, you say? He's the Caradrius' guard chief. Got some business with him. He's not someone you'll have the opportunity to meet with often. His job's to patrol the Caradrius on the lookout for intruders. Okay, so he could be met on any floor, I guess. The chief of security is no pushover. He's a powerful opponent who's earned Luis's trust with his strength. They say he's got an almighty igniter that can damage any foe. Won't be easy to guard against that.
Just between us.
I hear he's weak to projectiles and lances though. Maybe his reaction time's slow, what with wearing that big helmet and all. And that's about it. Remember that on the off chance you find yourself against him.
Guess so.
No doubt he's powerful if he's in charge of Luis's guards. If we don't come at him with all we've got, we're in trouble. We need to be confident we're ready to fight. And he uses almighty magic, right? Sounds like it'll be trouble. But maybe we can retaliate with some of our own?
Alrighty, okay.
Hey, listen.
So, first things first, I need to have a look and see where do I have something. I remember seeing something that could was it a one of these or something? No, I remember seeing something that could dispel repels. Where would it have been? I don't think it was anywhere here, was it? We've got to find it. Because that is what we need. I know I've seen it. Where the fuck did I see it? Bomb, 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 bomb. Wasn't this? I'm sure I've seen it. Am I going insane? I don't know, man. I am so certain I've seen this fucking thing. Was it in the faker? Extreme physical almighty to all enemies without consuming MP is insane. That is actually insane. Knight, healer, commander, thief, faker, merchant. That's crazy. I don't know. What was I thinking of? I know I've seen something like that. Oh, that is infuriating. Unless it was a weapon? No, was it an item? What the fuck was it? What am I thinking of? Those are cures. Increases crit rate. Deal specific damage types. Was it this? Dispels an enemy's Tetrakarn effect? But it's not... Is it that... I don't know if that counts. Like, if he just has an innate thing that repels physical. Is that... is that something I can just do this with? Or... is it... does he have to have specifically casted Tetrakarn and that isn't something that it works with? Unsure. Anything that increases... I swear I could have sworn I remember seeing a specific item or archetype thing or something that means it just doesn't... was it an accessory? Like, I feel like I'm going crazy here. I'm so sure I remember seeing something like that. What the fuck could I be thinking of? I don't know, man. I don't know. Did I check everything? Did I check the thief?
What now?
I checked the faker. Did I ever check the thief? Nope, nothing there. What about the assassin? God Killer. Extreme physical dark damage to one enemy. High chance of one-hit killing. God. I assume high chance of one-hit killing does not include bosses. God, this is bugging me so hard, dude. I am just so sure that I fucking remember seeing something like that. But I just can't find it. Whatever it was that I'm thinking of, I cannot find it now. And that is pissing me the fuck off. It wasn't something you gave me. No, I'm not going to look any further down than the ones we've already got. We've got all of yours. Still don't know what that heroic embodiment thing meant. I don't know, man.
I'm just...
yeah. Okay, well...
alright then.
I guess we'll just have to try our fucking rare... thingy. That we only have like 2 of or whatever. The dispels the Tetrakarn or whatever it was. And that'll just have to hopefully work. Because if it doesn't, then we're fucked.
Let's go.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. Right.
Let's go.
First, we'll need to make our way through the crew quarters. We've really got to keep our wits about us to succeed at this.
Okay, crew quarters is first. We'll have to... Let me just double check what that was. Yeah, we have to defeat each area, but if it's crew quarters first... A mad plan, yeah. Okay, so he said crew quarters first. So, which one was the crew quarters? Helmsman on the bridge, port corridor, starboard corridor. Oh, Xanth is the crew quarters. Oh, right. Well then.
Fancy a bit of info?
Yeah, he's very strong.
Just between us.
Weak against burn and poison. Paralysis and stun.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, we don't really have anything that inflicts
What now?
that necessarily. I mean, we can go magic to try and inflict burn, I guess. I mean, I've got stuff here, don't I? Yeah, I've got Fiery Strike that may inflict burn. Oh my god, that's what I was thinking of! Fuck me! Fuck me, that's what I was thinking of. God damn it. Negates one enemy's repel magic and repel physical skills. Fucking hell. I can't believe I've actually finally discovered it. How did I not look at that? What? How the fuck did I not look at that? What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. I kind of want to put this on because there's that guy that's weak to pierce that's roaming the corridors, right? They said that that guy is weak to pierce stuff, so... Or maybe heavy physical pierce and inflict hex. It's cheaper. Yeah, let's put that in. Just in case we come across the roaming guy. Okay, so I need to get the commander up to 20, basically. For the other guy. So I mean, I don't need to do that right now. That will happen when we get there. Strohl then. I mean, you can be a swordmaster for now, and then I guess we'll change you to the gunner for the actual boss, because then you can inflict poison. So that makes sense. Aside from that, I guess we'll just see how it goes. Alright, crew quarters hallway. It's time.
Got it?
We've got to secure a route to Luis's private quarters. That's the only way we're going to get our hands on the curse formula.
What do you think?
Should we sneak into Luis's gauntlet runner? Let's sneak in.
Then
Let's proceed carefully. We don't want to raise any suspicion. And in we go.